That smaller turbo doesn't need anything bigger. It just looks kind of wimpy. Alright guys, so today we're going to get some of this intercooler piping finished up on the 94 GT. From the turbo side, it runs through the fender well, so really ain't too much cutting or anything we have to do, but on this throttle body side, we're going to run through the inner apron. I do have this vacuum line I'm going to run down the holes. I'm going to cut. I got a 3 1/4 inch hole saw I'm going to run. Other than that though, I'm going to try to get the mass airflow sensor as high as I possibly can, so the most direct route from the intercooler. But I am thinking about running a Mega Square plug and play, so I might not even need the mass airflow sensor. But for right now, let's get some of these holes drilled and start mocking up most of this intercooler piping. I'm going to go through there. That's where the catch can is going to hang down. So this is just a little mock-up piece I have. Let's see what it looks like in here. Try to make this one piece at least down to the mass airflow sensor. It's just going to come out through there. I'm using 2.5. That smaller turbo doesn't need anything bigger. It just looks kind of wimpy. Alright, so I got that hole cut, kind of pipe test fitted in there. Might have to make a bracket to hold it up a little bit. Maybe the rest of the piping might hold it up a little bit, but it is resting on the hole some. I can always rotate that coupler a little bit as well, but so far it looks pretty good. I'm going to get this bumper off, and I might take the fender off, make it a little easier, and get that mass airflow sensor right off the 90, the straightest point from the front mount, and work our way towards the turbo. We're gonna have to get that bumper off. Kind of see what we're working with here. The pipe comes out. Kind of get it right down here. There's that intercooler. See how I cut the center support out and get as much airflow as I can. This side over here is probably not gonna be that bad. Coming off there up to the turbo. Might take those horns and kind of rotate them up. Hopefully having a straighter shot to the intercooler. I got most of the pipes tacked up. I got that pipe extended through the hole here. We got the elbow done off that to the mass airflow sensor. And running down front. The intercooler. Eventually suck this up a little bit when I install it, make it a little more even. So you see I got that vacuum line on there. It looks a whole lot more finished. You won't see this groove here because the intercooler piping will be there, but not only will it protect it from chafing against the intercooler piping, which it actually fits pretty well, it doesn't touch anything, but you won't see. Alright, so everything laid out. On all the edges, I'm just going to put probably an inch or two bead so the clamp has something to bite to. I don't have a bead roller or anything. Another thing I want to get done today is off camera I got most of the downpipe finished up. It's hanging a little lower than I thought. I did drive it outside up the driveway and it was scraping a little bit. So I'm either going to modify the downpipe coming off from the turbo going down or the actual elbow going to the rest of the exhaust. I'll kind of mock it up, see what I think, take some of the bolts out and kind of decide then. You can see on this downpipe, the O2 sensors on it, but I added a little bit of pipe right here in the middle because I had plenty of room. So I'm thinking I would just need to rotate that downpipe a little bit, but we'll rotate it up, put this back on, and see how much clearance I got now. Alright, so I did end up cutting that section out. That's the exact length I needed. Got right there. Tucks up just barely below the frame rail. So I'm gonna get this all tacked up and I'll be back. The only thing I'm restricted on right now is the cross member, so that's all the way up. It's barely below the K member, so I'm not trying to make this slammed or anything anyway, so it'll clear no problem. It's a good almost 1.5 inches higher than it was before. The only thing is the hangers in the back let the tailpipe section hang a little lower, so eventually I'll cut those and move those up some. So this would probably be the lowest point of the exhaust, and this is more than acceptable. So I'm going to get this welded up, get everything put back in, and hopefully get those boost pipes finished up.
Subscribe the red button right there, and that's it. And keep looking on the car when I'm busy. Always going to see you in a minute. I got to look at something else. Bye.